So stick with us because we've got a special treat for Valentine's week. We've got the famous Dr. Love coming up.
Okay.
And I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say her topic because she suggested it, and Frankenberry got a little nervous on Facebook today.
Well, let's just say...
It has to do with something you flex.
That's right. And the topic involves the word muscle, so we'll let you just kind of sit on that, and we'll be back in about...
just let you sit limbo on that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We'll be back in about 4 minutes, but first...
Oh, boy.
We've got one of my favorites out there right now. It's One Republic and Counting Stars. Happy Hour on the way. Mix 97.7.
Lately, I've been losing sleep. Take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I've learned.
Mix. You're listening to Happy Hour with Jonna and Carol.
All right, we are back with Happy Hour.
And, my God.
And it's the Valentines show.
I'm telling you, I love Town Square Media and being here on Mix 97.7. But boy, Sirius Satellite Radio, you are missing out because half our stuff, half of our best material,
Kind of dirty.
yeah, and happens when we can't share it with you. So,
Yes, but you have to look at it this way.
What?
You have to be better to be able to get away with not doing it, right? That's
There's a way to slip it in, and they don't even see it coming.
Yeah, that's right, Doc. Yeah.
way to spin that.
See? There you go.
Okay, so thrilled that we worked it out for tonight, that we decided to move our show from our normal Thursday because of the weather and do it Tuesday. And I said, let me call one of my very new favorite guests, because she's kind of a new friend of ours, Dr. Love, and see if she might be available to come do a special show with us, short notice, and she came through. So on the line with us, we have the infamous Dr. Love. She's a radio and television personality. Her real name is Dr. Jamie Turndorf. See, I knew I was going to do it. I knew
Did it again.
Turndorf has been delighting audiences for 3 decades with her engaging blend of professional expertise and spicy humor. We had evidence of that on break. Her success is largely due to her remarkable ability to turn clinical psychobabble into entertaining and easy to understand concepts that transforms lives. We saw that last time for sure. She has authored several books on resolving relationship conflicts with partners, friends, family members, and children. Hay House is publishing her latest books, Kiss Your Fights Goodbye, Dr. Love's 10 Simple Steps to Cooling Conflict and Rekindling Your Relationship. Brilliant, brilliant book, brilliant theory. We talked with her about that a few weeks ago. And another upcoming book, Love Never Dies, How to Reconnect and Make Peace with the Deceased. This introduces her new grief therapy method that brings her acclaimed conflict resolution method to the world of after-death communications. Dr. Turndorf's radio show, Ask Dr. Love, is currently broadcast in 80 countries worldwide. She is the, air quotes, go-to relationship expert on numerous television and online networks such as CBS, VH1, WebMD, and MSNBC. Most recently, CNN has been featuring her as their resident authority on relationship advice and human behavior. And now back for the second time, Dr. Love, welcome to Happy Hour.
Hi, I'm so happy to be with you.
We're happy to have you. Now, so here's the interesting part. I said, well, what kind of topic can we focus for tonight? And you had a couple of spicy suggestions, which I love, the one you shared on Twitter. So I posted.
Get your love muscle in shape for
There you
Valentine's
go. And Frankenberry got a little nervous.
Yeah, it's all anatomically correct.
No, that it is. That it is. You know, I just don't want people obviously taking the word muscle the wrong way.
Oh, well, love muscle, the heart.
Oh,
I knew.
That's what you're talking
she's a
about.
pun meister.
Get your mind out of the
The love
gutter,
muscle is the
Frankenberry.
heart.
So let's
Where are you? You've got to take your head right out of the turlet.
Yes, I will do that.
So that is the title of tonight's discussion, primarily with Dr. Love, is how to exercise your love muscle for Valentine's Day and beyond. So I imagine this is going to be some wonderful, brilliant tips as usual from you. So what do you have for us tonight?
Oh, I just thought I was going to hang up now. I had enough fun saying hello. All right. So Dr. Love's 5-step recipe for romance to get your love muscle in shape. First thing, I'm going to give you 5 steps, all right? The first thing is you got to feed each other what I call relationship essential nutrients. Now, to complicate matters, they are different nutrients for men and women, okay? So first, I'll tell you what the women's relationship essential nutrients are, okay?
Okay.
So ladies need what I call to give. This is my instruction for women, what they have to give to men. You have to give guys 2 A's each day. And the 2 A's are admiration and appreciation. Now, if you think about it, the male gender role revolves around action, performing, producing. And when a man loves a woman, he makes it his business to provide for and protect her and the offspring. So when a woman admires and appreciates her guy's efforts, those are the 2 A's, she's recognizing her man where his soul lives and breathes. Now, I know a lot of women resist this idea, and they say, well, it's his job to work, to protect and provide. Why should I praise him for doing what he's supposed to do? Well, all humans need praise. We encourage a baby to walk by praising it. So how do we teach babies to do this? We smile, we praise, we encourage. Grown-ups are no different. We need praise for doing the things we're supposed to do. And recognition only encourages your guy to keep up the good work. The more you give, the more you receive. And to prove this to you, you can run an experiment at home, and you'll see I'm right. If you want more romance, give him more sex. Try having sex every night, night after night, until he gets a callus on his you-know-what, and he actually begs you to stop. Now, just try this experiment. But seriously, the more his little head gets fed, the more he's going to want to meet your needs outside the bed.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Doc, what was that again? 'Cause I
Well,
wanna
if
write
I
that
must.
down.
Wait a minute, his little head just perked up. Right.
Yeah, like just the whole concept. Hold on, I'm writing every
No, but the
every
idea
night.
is you feed each other. You feed him what he wants to feed you. So the second thing is, guys, you got to listen up for more batters up. Because ask any woman, and she's going to say that the biggest erogenous zone on a guy's body is located between his ears. So for her, when a guy takes the time to truly listen with the ears of his heart, he's giving her the greatest aphrodisiac at all, because you're feeding your woman the most needed relationship essential nutrients that she requires for her love to survive and thrive. And I call her 2 nutrients the 2 S's, safety and security, because women have a built-in biologically programmed need to feel safe and protected by their partner. Now, I know guys often think, well, I bring home the bacon, don't I? What more proof does she need that I'm devoted and I'm here for the long haul? But earning the bread doesn't guarantee that you're going to stick around till she's dead. So when you make the effort to listen to her, that says on a deep emotional level, I truly love you. And your listening makes her feel safe and secure. And so when a woman feels romanced, she's going to be more willing to drop her pants. And the way you romance her is listen.
I want to come back to something you said a moment ago. You are just, I can't wait to go back and listen to the show again.
Well, I just wish you'd
I
stop
know, I
being...
just lay it on you, baby.
Yeah, and I don't want to tell you what I thought she was going to rhyme with bread, but keep going.
Go to the head of your class.
Something you mentioned before reminds me of our discussion a few weeks ago, and that was, okay, give your guy admiration and appreciation, and how often the knee-jerk reaction is, well, why should I? Because he doesn't do this and doesn't do that, doesn't. And
Right.
then what you begin is that cycle of, well, screw you, I'm going to withdraw or
Exactly.
be cooler, thinking you're going to suddenly start kissing my butt. Doesn't work that way.
Well, love is a 4-letter word that is spelled Give. The more you give, the more you receive. So people get caught up in scorekeeping. That's one of the fight traps I talk about in my book, Kiss Your Fights Goodbye. Well, I didn't give this to you because you didn't give this to me. When you stop the scorekeeping and you just say, look, I love you. I want to give to you. And I don't even worry. I'm not even going to scorekeep and count. And when I give to you, the natural reaction is I reap what I sow. I give you what you need. You want to give back to me. This is how we feed each other. We don't get into these vicious cycles in the first place, and this is how we get out of these bad pits that we fall into.
This just in. Text from my husband, you are his new favorite guest.
Baby. oh, God, we're going to get knee calluses now, right?
Oh, you are so great. Okay, so back to the steps. Where were we?
Okay, so now the next step, Dr. Love's second step, is you've got to maintain the 5-to-1 ratio. Now, research shows that couples will not make it past the 5-year mark when they don't maintain the 5-to-1 ratio, which is 5 positive communications or actions for every one negative action, and you need to keep this up every day. Every day. If you even drop down to 4 positives in relation to 1 negative, you won't make it 5 years. So how do you like that?
What I agree with you, and my husband and I subscribe to that, but I'll bet you so many relationships are so inverted from that ratio.
The opposite.
Yeah, and they don't make old bones, you know? And this is, you know, people say to me, oh, gosh, that's a lot of work. Well, you have a car. You take the car in for routine servicing. Why would your relationship be any different? We need care and maintenance. We need to feed each other. We need to be positive with each other. You know, and of course, you need to be able, well, we'll get to that in a minute. The third rule is give according to the platinum rule. Now, I have a whole section in Kiss Your Fights Goodbye where I talk about this. Most couples make the mistake of feeding the other according to the golden rule. The golden rule being do unto others which you would have them do unto you, right?
Yep.
But this gets you into trouble in relationships because oftentimes we're not twins, we're not clones. So the way you need to be fed is completely different than I need to be fed. So the relationship rule is the platinum rule. I'm going to do unto you as you want me to do unto you, and vice versa. So, for example, a platinum rule, a Valentine's Day fail would be if you arrange a date, doing something you like taking a girl to a sports bar, and she hates sports, right? So a Valentine's Day win would be, she likes a candlelit diner, a candlelight diner. I never saw one of those, a candlelit dinner. Take her there. And then you take him where he wants to go. If he wants to go to a sports bar for his birthday. So, platinum rule, do unto your partner as he or she would have him do unto you. Now, if you can't think of at least 2 kinds of gifts or things to do that your partner would like, then you're on your way to a major V-Day fail. You better start doing your research now and make sure you know the next rule. And the next rule is speak your partner's love language. So, you know, the 5 languages: words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. So many couples get into trouble because they are not giving to each other according to the language that speaks to the other. So if I want touch and you're just speaking lovey-dovey words to me, it doesn't talk to me. But if I want words and you're just pawing me, that's not going to work for me either. Okay?
Very true.
That is
very,
true.
very true. And this is my 5th rule, and this one is the biggie. If you want to make sure your love and your romance lasts, you have to learn how to properly handle your conflicts using my proven method. That's what I fully outline in Kiss Your Fights Goodbye, because unresolved conflict and the angry feelings that go with it is the number 1 killer of love. So if you want to have lasting love, you got to hang up the boxing glove.
What was that sound you just made?
If you want to have lasting love, you got to hang up the boxing glove. And, you know, did you check out the tweets I put out? I am so raunchy. Oh, my God. They tell me you're so immature. I have 122,000 followers on Twitter, and I think the average age on there is 18. And everybody says, Jamie, you're so immature. That's why it's such a huge
Perfect.
Do you
because I just have the most raunchy humor. Do you want me to tell you a couple of tweets that will drive home the points of what we were talking about?
If they can be on FM radio, sure.
You want to hear a couple?
Sure. Yeah.
You sure?
Are they FM worthy?
I'm a little scared.
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Everything I do, I just slip it in there. You don't even see it coming, right, like I said before. So, the love muscle doesn't beat on its own. Without daily feeding, it turns to stone.
Oh,
okay.
Very good. Very
good.
Good.
The human heart needs a daily jump start. And try more adoring and less snoring this Valentine's Day.
Okay. Now, Doc, I was prepared to hit the dump button, but instead you're hitting me with biblical stuff to start with because you just turned your back on somebody and they turned to stone. And now at the end,
It's
you're
all
just
very biblical.
Yeah, it's all very
now,
nice rhymes.
here's some for guys. Guys, it takes more than Cupid's bow and quiver to make your true love quiver.
Oh.
And guys, keep it in your pants until she pants.
Now that's a T-shirt right there.
Oh. Guys, give her tulips, and you're going to see more of her tulips.
Aw, that's kind of sweet, actually.
And without a regular dose of romance, you ain't going to get in her pants.
All truth.
It is.
So I think
really bad.
I think Frank
Staring
Berry's
at
onto
her
something.
rack isn't the way to get her in the sack.
Oh my God! You know Virginia's calling in later.
Guys, this is the last one. For the guys, anyway. The best form of foreplay is reminding her that your love is here to stay.
Oh, I do that every day, so I should be safe on that last one.
You do?
Yeah.
You sure you're not suffering from Alzheimer's, right?
No, I do that every day.
Okay,
You can ask the
good.
ladies here.
Yeah,
Then you're my
Frank Berry's
hero.
good to his girl.
Yeah.
You're my hero. And for ladies, the more his little head gets fed, the more he'll want to meet your needs outside the bed.
Okay. Yeah, you know
I
what?
know.
You know why I'm good for that?
Yeah, you're down for that?
That's working together.
Yeah,
Is
that's
what I'm
working
thinking.
together,
That's
working
a
the
true
program.
partnership.
And
You give a little here, I give a little there, and we stay
Exactly.
together. We go past the 5-year mark. I tell you I love you every day, and before you
it's
know
working.
it, I'm doing
it's working,
chores.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
And ladies, if you want to hear him say, "Be my Valentine," try not to whine.
Wine.
I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with that one. I'm staying out of that one.
You know, on that note, I can't imagine anything being a bigger turnoff than being a nag.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
What does that get you? What? Who's ever really gotten great results from nagging?
Well, you know, the thing
imagine.
is, human beings could learn from rats. Have you? I know
okay.
you're thinking, what is she talking about? You know how when a rat gets caught in a maze and it hits up on a dead-end wall, what does the rat do? It backs up, right?
Right.
What do humans do? This isn't working, but I'm just going
Batting our
to
head.
keep hitting my head on the same brick. Right? I'm just going to keep on doing it. So keep nagging, whining, and complaining, and your life is going to start waning. Mm-hmm. It was actually your love life, but I screwed it up.
No, but that's okay.
Still works.
Yeah, it does still work.
I think
Yeah.
Frank Berry's onto something for you.
What?
I think you could have a whole line of T-shirts with these sayings on them.
Yeah, get Dr. Love on the back and on
Yeah,
the front. I'm
yeah,
already
yeah.
envisioning a cool
I
graphic.
totally think you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, and it would be cute for cups, you know. You know, or maybe like
Calendars.
a condom company could I don't know.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, when the condom gets larger, it spells it out what you had to say
Exactly.
there.
Exactly. And then you know if you're doing it right if you can see the full.
Is this War and Peace on your, or are you just happy to see me?
See, and Jonna goes right there. She goes to Homer the Odyssey. That's what she's looking at.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where have you guys been all my life?
I know, right?
Poughkeepsie, New York.
There you go.
We finally
He's right.
found you.
I didn't even think about it. I should, tweets for T-shirts. Yes, like toys for tots.
Love them.
Yeah. There you go.
So, Dr. Love, are you sticking around? We were going to take a quick break.
You want me to stay with you?
It's up. Do you want to?
Another 15 minutes, maybe?
How badly do you want me? Do
Well,
you want to stay?
we always want you because you're a great. You're the main attraction all the time. But after you, guess what? We have a guest that's really going to play off what you're telling us because they own a sex shop.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a local
so-
sex shop. You might recognize the name, but we're not going to tell you just yet.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back with a few more minutes of Dr. Love.
Yes,
Because we
let's do
love
it.
her.
We do love
We
her.
love you too.
All right. Well, Doc, thank you so much for hanging with us. And right now, we are going to get to a band that just won a bunch of Pop Crush Awards, Fan Choice Awards. If you go to Mix97FM.com, you can check out exactly which awards they won, one of which was Album of the Year. But you know what? More importantly, because it is today's music, they won a lot of fashion awards. Here's One Direction, Mix 97.7.
This is The Mix. It's Happy Hour on Mix 97.7 with Jonna and Carol.
All right, it is Happy Hour with Jonna and Carol. We are back, and we are back with Dr. Love.
Dr. Love. Everybody's new favorite friend.
Yeah, and in fact, I was letting our other guest in, and I said we're finishing up with Dr. Love, and they said, "Oh my God, she's so great."
Oh, that's so
Yes,
sweet.
yes.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, you are great. So you're listening to Happy Hour Mix 97.7, and we've got the famous Dr. Love with us. And she was giving us some really interesting tips and advice and keeping things fresh. So what other last-minute tips do you have for everybody coming up on Valentine's Day?
Now, are we talking about anatomical tips? Who's coming into you said you have a sex shop coming in or something like that.
We do, yeah. Local retailer of sex toys and
you
such.
want more tips from me? Nail tips? No.
Always.
Well, you know what I've seen a number of things, Doc, in the last couple of days is actually very cool. I've seen a couple of posts on a couple of different websites that are looking at very simple things that you can do to impress, simple things that you can do to surprise somebody. Mm-hmm. I saw one the other day, and it was, it said a romantic Valentine's Day for the cheapskate. And that wasn't really what it was intended to do. I didn't like the headline of it because what it had was some really cool ideas for little small things. Mm-hmm. Throughout the day, there's a Hershey's Kiss, and you have taken out the little paper things that say Hershey's, and you've replaced each one individually and written on it in real small print, "Hey, hot pants," or something. Hello, beautiful.
Sweet. The thing is, any effort you make to let your beloved know you come first.
Yep.
I register what's important to you. I know your love language. So now more than ever, if physical affection is your partner's love language, light candles and give a massage. And if words are what are, verbal affirmation are your partner's love language, then read poetry. You know what speaks to your partner's heart. Do it. But the most important thing is to make every day Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. We don't just want to do it once a year, because a lot of times women will say to me, that really pisses me off. Where is he the other 364 days of the year?
Well, and here's how it can come across if it's not a consistent act is, what's his agenda?
Yeah, really.
Rather than just taking it for face value that he's being thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Love, I have this is an unfortunate fact, and it's not scientific. It's just my experience. I have 2 days of the year. We handle divorces in my law office. There are 2 days of the year that my phone rings the most.
Valentine's, right?
For divorce consults. The first day is the day after Christmas.
Yep.
And the next day is the day after Valentine's Day.
I know you're right,
Seriously.
because today on my radio show, I quoted that statistic. The most divorce filings happen on Valentine's Day.
And for that reason, people don't, if they're disappointed, they put all their stock in that one day of the year, which we shouldn't do. But if you're disappointed after that day, boom,
that's your final
make
straw.
the call.
So your emotional foreplay has to happen every day. Mm-hmm. And
yes,
you want to get in her pants. You better not just be giving her the romance on Valentine's Day.
Way to go on the fly, Doc.
I know.
Very nice.
We can see that coming a mile away.
But speaking of getting in her pants, I say...
On the fly, wait a minute, I just got that. As in the zipper?
No. I was hoping
Were
you'd
you
get the
going
fly.
there?
Yeah, I was trying
Were
to.
you
Oh,
going
baby, I saw it coming there, too. I did. So
I'm not going to go there either, Doc. Okay.
there.
Oh, my God.
You want to hear the funniest Valentine's... Well, this was a Valentine's fail. My poor husband. I found a ring in the jewelry district. I fell in love with it. It was an antique rose-cut diamond ring. I had the jeweler put it aside. My husband drove to New York City to buy this ring for me, the sweetheart. He buys the ring, and we are in Simsbury, Connecticut, out at a restaurant. Well, it's actually before we go to dinner. He looks in his purse, and he can't find the ring. He goes hysterical. "I've been robbed," he says, "Jamie. Someone's robbed your ring from my purse." So he goes to the police in Simsbury, and he starts to cry. And he says to the officer, "I don't have a present for my wife." And he cries on the policeman's shoulder. I swear to God, he was so upset. He was such a sweetheart. So we get to the restaurant at about 9:30 because of all the time we had to spend at the police department. So finally, he goes in his purse to pay the check. And what does he find in the bottom?
The ring.
The ring. Because I now know I started using his purse after he died. It's got a funny little depth in there where things get lost. So he opens up the box, he pulls it out, proudly shows it to me. It's not the ring I had put aside.
Oh, no.
I'm serious.
Oh, no.
They should have stolen it. I hate this freaking ring,
Did you just say, "Oh, honey, thank you," or did you say, "This isn't it"?
Well, I said, oh, Jean. He was French. I said, that wasn't the ring anyway. He says, oh, merde. That's French for, oh, you know.
Yeah, okay.
I have your next tweet. If you don't want a Valentine's sting, make sure you get the right bling. There you go.
That's a
Very
good
nice.
one. Man, if you don't want it to go south, wait a minute, I don't know. Go to the South Hills. No, I don't know. That's
my
great.
gosh, you are so much fun. We love you. Thank you so much for being available at the last minute and
Yes,
your
thank
energy
you.
and your love and your brilliance that you share with everyone.
Oh, I enjoy you guys so much.
Oh, likewise.
You're a lot of fun.
And we'll see you again.
All
Yes,
right, absolutely.
soon.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah,
Happy
take care,
Valentine's
Thanks, Dr.
Dr.
Love. Happy
Thank you so
Valentine's
much, Doc.
Day.
Be good.
And
Bye-bye.
anybody who wants to hear more from her, and I can't imagine why you wouldn't, or find her books or just get more of her, go to askdrlove.com.